Okay, welcome back to the 5-Minute Farmer. Now I want to talk about the difference between planting your potatoes at the bottom of the bin and doing this mound method. Last year, and like you'll see from last year's video and my previous potato video, we screwed it up last year, so that's why we're trying it again this year. But the mounding method is much more labor intensive than just planting them at the bottom and letting them grow up. So based on last year's weight of potatoes, so it could be more and bigger potatoes, we really didn't differentiate between those two factors. We just weighed the total potatoes in the growing at the bottom and the mounding method, and the mounding method gave us about a 10% better yield of potatoes. So let me show you how the mounding method works so you can kind of make a decision for yourself if the more labor intensiveness of this method is worth it for you. So here is how the mounding method works. Now these plants already need to be remounded. My dad is held off so that we could do this video. When they get 6 to 8 inches tall, that's when you're going to do your first mound. So these potato plants here, we started at the bottom. My dad will mound them up, and we're going to mound them up to about here. So there's 3-4 inches sticking out on top. So this row has not been mounded. This row here has been mounded once. Over here, these have been mounded twice, and now we are done mounding them, and we will just let them grow from here on out. And as you can see, the irrigation system sits much better on these totes this year, now that we didn't start our first planting too high. You'll notice a couple little bald spots in here. We had to replant a couple potatoes, so those will wait till they get bigger to mound. Now the hard part, the labor intensive part about this method is you have to have this dirt. So you can see what buckets of remaining dirt my dad has sitting out over here to finish out this tote. But there's all the buckets of dirt that he had to have. So you're gonna need a lot of dirt somewhere that you can store it, whether you can put a big pile of dirt and use a wheelbarrow. But this tote, to get to its second mounding, was only a couple weeks. So you're gonna have to come out often, check them often, and mound them up those first couple weeks as they really get growing, and then you're able to leave them. So we'll see again this year, mounding versus planting at the bottom, and we'll see which one gives us a better yield and decide what we're gonna do from there.